Hi, I'm David Gant, your Buncombe County Commission Chair. It's the end of the year and I'd like to talk to you about what we did in your community in 2010. One of the most important things we tried to do was be open. We went around to all the different town councils and city councils and met with the leadership to see what we could do about the economy, partnerships and things we could do together. I think it was a good exercise for all of us, and we learned a lot and met a lot of great elected officials that we all can work with. Out of that, we've set up meetings where I meet with the mayors every month. And every month, Mayor Bellamy and the other 5 mayors sit down and talk about common problems and solutions. A lot of good cooperation has come out of that. There's a lot of partnerships and good programs because when we work together and partner together, we all save money and become more efficient. The economy is obviously the biggest issue we're facing. This is one of the worst times we've had since the Great Depression in the 30s. One of the things we've tried to do is keep the tax rate as low as we could. We didn't do a property reevaluation because we felt if we did that, believe it or not, most people's taxes would still go up. Yes, a lot of you think your property values went down, but most of them are continuing to rise, although at a much smaller rate. We just didn't think this was the time to raise taxes, either property rates or actual taxes. In fact, the budget for 2010-2011 is actually less than the budget for 2009-2010. We also help businesses that are new to the area and business that expand. We actually give incentives based on things like the number of jobs they have, whether they have health care or not for their employees, whether they are going to create a new niche in our market, and we give bonuses for things like environmental, and we try to get the kind of businesses that create good jobs and will create other jobs for people. And we've had a lot of success with that. We've also had some failures. Some businesses have closed up, but we're going to support new business and expanding business that's already here. Another area we've tried to help business is one-stop permitting. People don't want to have to go to 5 different agencies in 5 different places to get a permit. So we're trying as much as we can to get them all in one building so you have one-stop shopping. We've been successful with that. We're also trying to give incentives to builders who will build workforce housing. That means folks that have low to middle incomes can afford to live in Buncombe County. We've developed a policy on this that we'll be passing, and it will give developers incentives to grow these types of developments that everybody can live in, not just folks with a lot of money. Now in facilities, we have made an election to keep the courthouse downtown. We're going to keep as much as we can downtown because we feel the people in the city of Asheville have worked hard to build it up. If we took all the government offices and put them in Biltmore Square Mall or Innsbrook Mall even, we would tear apart the core of the downtown growth machine and the engine that is creating jobs and helping the city of Asheville be one of the hot places to live, work, and retire in the country. We're going to build a new courthouse behind the current courthouse. We're going to build an elevator on the back of the existing courthouse so that we can use the top 5 floors, which used to be a jail. We're trying to recycle what we have and build close by because it's going to be cheaper in the long run to go ahead and do these things now while we have all the roads torn up. And let's do it right. We're going to build courthouse facilities that'll take us another 50 to 100 years. We considered options of moving out, but we're not going to do that, and I'm glad to tell you that that was the right choice and the right thing to do because people need to have their courthouse and county facilities downtown. On the environment, one of the biggest accomplishments I think we've made is we adopted a steep slope and ridgetop law. We are going to protect the mountains. We're going to take care of what God has entrusted us to take care of. It took 10 years of hard work to get there, but we've passed a law that will limit how much disturbance the builders and developers and people that build upon the ridge tops, which they have every right to do, can have on the mountain. We're going to have controls on how big the roads can be so they can't blow out part of a big chunk of the mountain to build an interstate road or a road that's a lot bigger than it needs to be on top of the mountains where everybody can see it. We also passed zoning. We had a false start in 2009 where we've missed some procedures. We're going to redo the zoning. We're going to keep on looking at it to make it work for people. We want to protect our mountains. We want to encourage people to build where the bus lines are. We want to encourage people to build where they don't have to tear up roads and mountains for sewer and water lines. We're going to encourage people to build where it makes sense. We've also preserved in the past few years over 4,000 acres of farmland and ridge tops that will never be developed. We've done this through a program called conservation easements. And basically what happens on these easements is an owner keeps the property. It can live on the property, continue to work the farm. But what they can't do is develop it. And we've preserved a big chunk of the Sandy Mush Ridgetop area that's visible from Asheville City. And we're going to continue to try to preserve as many farms, as many ridgetops, and steep slopes as we can. When we put money into it, it's matched by the owner, it's matched by environmental groups, and we get a huge return for each dollar we put in. We're going to encourage local farmers and people to buy local foods. We're trying to match people who want to farm with people who want to get out of farming, because the average age of our farmers in Buncombe County is too high, and we're not having enough young people to come in and replace them. We're losing farms about as fast as anybody in the country, and that's not good. That's a heritage that this commission wants to continue. As far as welfare and as far as programs for poor, low-income individuals, we've expanded our health insurance. I've talked to you before about how Buncombe County is probably the only county in the country that takes care of every resident's health care needs. The way we've done that is we've contracted with Western North Carolina Community Health, and they are helping us reach. Right now we've had 12,000 more visits to the health care facilities than we had last year. And so it's working. We're going to continue to work with Mission Hospital and the doctors in the area to make sure that everybody pulls their fair share of helping people that don't have health insurance. We hope that one day we'll have national health care, but right now the phasing in of that health care, if it ever happens, is going slow, and there'll be challenges. So Buncombe County needs to get on that right now, and we're going to continue to do that. We have triple the number of people getting food stamps right now. We are going to keep working with people. We're going to help people find jobs. We're going to help people find ways to get off welfare. We don't really have the welfare we used to have 20 years ago, because in order to get any kind of government service, you have to show that you're disabled or that you can't work. And if you can, you have to show that you're disabled or that you are otherwise unable to work. There are a lot of programs where we put people to work, and we work real hard with all the different state organizations to help people find jobs. And that is one of the biggest problems we have right now. We're not going to give away things, but if people need a hand up, we're going to give it. We're not going to give them handouts. Those are some of the big issues that we've had in 2010. I hope that if you have any questions or any comments about what we're doing and why we're doing it, that you'll let me know. My email and my phone number is at the bottom of this program, and I hope that you'll call on me anytime you have any questions about Buncombe County government. It's my pleasure to serve as your chairman another year, and I look forward to 2011 as economic conditions are going to improve, and we're going to continue to be good stewards of the taxpayer money you trust us with and all the beautiful land that we're entrusted to take care of. So have a great holiday season, and thanks for letting me be your chairman another year.